Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Australian Survivor Brains v Brawn 2. This is a special one. We're talking episodes 13, 14, and 15. Why? Eden Porter, I was with you in Australia. I was with some others as well. And we got lots to talk about. So we're just going to look back at last week. And then right after this episode concludes, we will talk this week, episode 16. So for those of you wondering what happened, this is what happened, and we're going to talk about it. And it is a lot to dissect. Hashtag Eden Porter 1.
This is exactly right. So we chose the perfect week for you to come over to Australia because so much stuff happened this week. That wasn't even planned. We didn't the merge and everything. It was a wild week for you to be here.
I felt like last week might have been the best 3-episode run, maybe in the history of the show, if not in recent memory.
It was good. It was really good. They were really interesting episodes. Obviously, Emerge is always going to be a good episode, so there's always going to be stuff happening. The Laura episode at the end was that was really good. That was a wild ride. But the Jesse episode, then the PD episode, so there's a lot happening.
Okay, so we'll get to the Laura one, but can we just start with this part of the Laura boot episode? The tribal council. Okay, so I was with King George and the Duchess of Double Bay, Cara, and myself and George may have been really high. I can't speak for him. He's a political operative. Maybe. I was really high. But was that Squid Game music mixed with tribal?
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, the sound team this season has been going all out. Some of the editing, some of the film, some of the sound choices, some of the mixes, like this, the creepy sort of there's even been layers of White Lotus theme song in there as well. Like that, they're doing a lot. It's really good.
So I have never seen White Lotus. That's next on my list. I just finished up. So yesterday was getting back to the world. Caught the last 2 episodes of Severance. So we're good. Lots happened. George is happy. He hates it when nothing happens. He's not sure what happened, but he doesn't care as long as something happens. He's good. So I thought that was a great season finale of Severance.
Yes.
Lots of question answered, but we still left with the cliffhanger. That's great.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to wake up this morning. What time is it there?
Right now, it's 12:30. It's midnight. It's just after midnight.
Okay, it's midnight there. So, I went to bed. I attempted to go to bed last night at 12:30. So, which is 12 hours difference. So 12:30 at night. But no, Eden. Me and the fiance decide to watch 3 episodes of Temptation Island.
Hang on. Is there a new Temptation Island, or are you talking old school Temptation Island?
New Temptation Island, still with Mark S. Goldberg.
Are you kidding me, dude? No. I used to watch Temptation Island back in the day.
Oh yeah. So it's a new one. It's a Netflix original, and my fiance is just like, "What's the premise?" I'm just like, "Oh, if you feel that you're in a nice, healthy relationship, go to the show in which you'll be separated from your partner from either months or years, and you'll be tempted by 12 guys or 12 gals, and everyone is there just to make you have sex. But if your convictions are strong, don't worry. When you go to the bonfire, they're going to edit clips, and they're going to spend 2 days asking you what's the one thing you don't want to see, and then they're going to manufacture a clip that shows the one thing you don't want to see, even if it didn't happen, and then you leave the bonfire going, fuck that."
So it's classic Temptation Island.
It is classic, and with Mark S. Goldberg, Mark S. Wahlberg, not to be confused with the other Mark Wahlberg, Mark S. Wahlberg, with new teeth. He has new teeth. Uh, uh, Still a slight a whistle when he talks. He's turning into Ric Flair. But oh wow, it is chef's kiss. It is like I wouldn't take my cat on Temptation Island.
Not many people do, but
Yeah. And the girls just go around. They come there. It's just like, yeah, I'm here to be the person your guy is looking for. It's like, okay. And then the next girl's just like, yeah, hi, I'm Mary, and my guilty pleasure is sucking dick.
that's some guilty pleasure.
I'm just like, whoa, hey, look at you. So and then there's
man.
there's then the guys come up there and they're just like, I'm big into fitness. I'm here to stretch your girl's hole.
What?
It is
What time of night is this show on? Is this like
it's Netflix. It can be on anytime.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
So, but whatever you thought Temptation Island was, the bar has been raised, and Mark S. Wahlberg is here to raise it for you, and he's your friend.
He's not your friend. He's
Yeah,
not
so-
your friend. Well, it's because every other show is ramped it up now that you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
go to extreme lengths to actually get noticed.
Yeah. So, well, guess what? I foolishly stayed up till 4 a.m. because
man.
I'm a moron, and I was like, oh, well, I just have to wake up at 7 to watch the new episode and talk about the. So anyway, we're here.
We're here,
yeah.
and we're going to do our recap.
Let me just check out my new shirt.
Nice merch, mate. Nice merch. You jungle rat, you.
Oh no, we'll get there. All right, so let's start with the merge episode, and if I could take everyone back in time real quick, I had a viewing party in Sydney, Australia, at the Grove Bar. It was amazing, and I was not alone. I had friends. Boom! Look at that crew.
Hey, look at that. What a handsome crew there.
So, and Paulie the entire night selling the fact that he goes, maybe this wasn't the best episode for me to come out to a viewing party for. Well played.
Oh, look at that chest hair as well. Looking good.
Oh yeah. Oh well, Cara, she has laser for that.
Oh.
Oh, you meant
The
Paulie.
Duchess. Oh, Paulie. Yeah. There's some nice looking facial hair across the board there as well of these gentlemen.
Yeah, I trimmed down to the mustache. I was gonna do this before I went to Australia, but I couldn't be. I love my fiance, and I couldn't be that tempting overseas.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Just imagine the two of us rocking the stashes.
Oh wow!
Double Trouble. Oh wow, there's an alliance name. Double Trouble.
Oh,
You're like,
and we both just sit there twirling our mustaches.
Could we go with Twin Magic? We could be the new Bella Twins.
Yes.
Oh,
the
wrestling references, no bounds here. So
Love it.
I'll just be sitting here playing with my British Bulldogs figures. So. Oh,
Bristol,
all right. So episode
merging. Yeah,
it's the merge. What did you think of the merge? Good time for the merge. I mean, the correct number of people.
Yeah, all that. The one thing that surprised me with the merge is that we went into the merge with 7 brains and 6 brawn. I just always assumed that brawn had the numbers, but then all of a sudden they just drop people like flies, and suddenly the brawns are in the minority in this situation. The one thing I thought was absolutely hilarious that started to happen ridiculously in this episode was AJ's total like laying it on thick with Kate. The you have beautiful eyes, you have an amazing job, you're just a great runner. And you know what's crazy? It worked. She was eating it up. It was
Oh yeah,
wild.
and then you have others going. They're like, "Hey, so what do you think?" And it's just like AJ's the best. Oh no, it's all bullshit. I don't know. It feels pretty real because he's really saying nice things about me.
But me. Yeah, about me. It's coming across really well to me. Yeah, I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, it's like maybe he says like grandiose things about you, and those are probably not believable. But the things he's saying about me are really hitting home.
But have you seen my eyes? Have you seen how I run?
Yeah,
Like
I'm a gazelle.
I'm leaping and diving everywhere. Yeah, exactly.
And a social genius out there. So like
Pulling all the
she
strings.
she
Vegas.
talked to Morgan.
There we go.
Okay. Your winner pick is not getting a winner's edit unless
No,
unless
please,
this was
please don't bring up the fact that she's my winner's pick anymore. Please
okay
don't bring it.
unless this is an Erica edit. I don't see this working out.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah. So and I don't think she's enjoying herself. It doesn't appear.
It does not look like it. I don't think she's enjoying her confessionals. I don't think she's enjoying anything out there.
Well, she'd have to have a confessional to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, maybe they're calling her. They're like, "Hey, it's time for your confessional," and she's just like, "No, I need to talk to Kate about stuff. She's running the show, you know."
Her and Kate they're having their own confessionals. Her and Kate just off by themselves, no camera, no, not needed.
Oh,
It's fine.
that's one way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different.
This
so
also had a challenge. That, by the way, no merge feast at all.
Yeah. So, there's no merge feast, but you see people constantly eating.
Yeah, the whole season. Yeah.
Well, especially this episode, it's just nonstop. Like everyone's just having conversations with food, and I'm just like, there wasn't a merge feast, right? And they're like, nope.
Yeah, there was nope. It's just food, a bounty of food everywhere. And this first challenge was the hold yourself upside down challenge, wasn't it? The ropey dope.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
No, I thought it was pretty boring.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, some challenges are better than others. So, do we have the talk with Paulie rediscovering himself to Jesse here or after this challenge?
No, that was just. I think that was just before. Yeah.
Okay, so peek behind the curtain, because like as a viewer, it's just like, oh wow, what a voyage of self-discovery that our good friend Paulie is finding himself on. And for the record, Paulie, sweetheart, beautiful person inside and out. Holy moly, he's a Greek god walking amongst us.
He really is,
and very likable. And I'm just like, oh my god, like this guy could win. I mean, who's to say? And then we see, his voyage of self-discovery falling on deaf ears with Jesse. Fast forward to Melbourne, my night 2 of my tour, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that was Paulie to everyone."
Yeah.
and similar reaction. They're like, "Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we too are on a similar journey, and we don't feel the need to talk about it."
You should have got while you were there, you should have bought some snake oil off him. Some authentic snake oil.
He's the guy you need to go to, I hear.
He opens up his jacket and he's got all the snake oil. I kept
according to every
single person.
I'm shocked he had a shirt on. It wasn't closed, of course.
Of course, it's Paulie.
So he can pull out the snake oil. Hey.
Yeah. He can excrete it from one of something.
Oh wow. But, who knew? So for the record, folks, for those of you that are younger than myself and Eden, and Eden's immensely younger than me, snake oil is a cure-all. And
exactly,
despite what the FDA may or may not claim or support, may or may not work.
That is snake oil in a nutshell. It may or may not work.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. What about you?
I'm a snake oil. kind of half full kind of guy. Yeah, exactly.
You're a
My
snake oil
snake oil
connoisseur.
Yeah.
Sign me up. What does it work on? What ails you, mate?
Yeah, exactly. And only 29 payments of $30 a month. Yeah.
Wow, I feel like that's the deal. What if it doesn't work? You still make the payments, correct?
Yeah, correct. He's
Okay.
still locked into a payment scheme.
Wow.
I had to feel sorry for Paulie this episode. This was meant to be Paulie's. I finally made merge. I can make new alliances. This is my time to shine. And then he is instantly just back at the bottom of the pile. It's outrageous. Absolutely
Yeah.
outrageous.
Well, and it's funny because I was talking to my buddy Bob in the States, and I talked to him after the episode. I was just like, "Oh my god, it was amazing! It was a Paulie episode," and my friend's just like, "What? He just didn't go home? How was that I'm just like, he got a lot of airtime.
He got airtime. Yeah, exactly. He got confessionals. He got sad. Yeah, he got a montage of him talking to Jesse. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. So who wins our first challenge?
That's Kate.
Kate. Well, she's running
She
the
hung
show.
upside down. She was
She
running
hung
the
up-
show, man. This is it. And then she got to choose like 7 people to come with her or something.
Yeah. It never it was just like you get to take one person. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's gonna be Morgan because we're running the show together. It's like and Eden's winner pick. Minimize that
She says
target,
that out there.
Kate.
Yeah.
And then JLP is like, hey, how about name 12 other people?
Yeah. How about taking everyone? Yay. Thanks, GLP. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It was good. It was fun. And so that they sort of had the merge feast and then everyone else missed out, which was annoying. And they did it at the beach so you could hear them enjoying themselves, which is also twisting the knife.
Yeah, I feel like there's some loud chewers in that mix.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Would you purposely be a loud chewer at that moment or?
No, I would be the softest, quietest chewer going around, John. I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Russell feathers?
Yeah, well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Too soon. Too soon. It's always too soon for Russell feathers. Oh my God! In between episodes here, I got a little season 50 scoop for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, has nothing to do with me, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
But Eden, you're on.
Yes, there you go. Who knew? Oh my God. All right. So what else do we have on episode 13 here?
Well, let's just smash through it. So basically, we do the hang upside down challenge, which gets that, and then we have the ball balancing with your legs. So you've got to hold the ball, and it's sort of like the skateboarding challenge. And everyone thinks Jesse's going to win, but no, Logan wins first individual amenity. You're sweet
Logan. As if the stars haven't shined on her enough. Maybe, just maybe, broaden the target on her with this win.
Quite possibly shows herself to be a good balancing. Those body types usually do well in a lot of the back end challenges that are all balancing and holding onto stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's once you get to individual immunity, you look at these, larger than life, muscle guys, and you're just like, oh, well, it's not fair. They're going to kill it. For individual immunity, they attempt to make it fair to everyone, and as a result, it is tilted to more fair towards smaller women.
Yeah, you still need to be fit. You still need to have some. Like you can't just be, oh yeah, they're definitely going to win. But it is you're exactly right in the sense that there's this misconception that is stuck in people's minds from about 20 years ago when the big strong guy won every single challenge. When Colby won every single challenge ever there, and then it's always like, oh, we've got to get rid of the big strong guys here, and it hasn't been like that for about 10 years.
Yeah, or probably 19 since Colby. It has been
Colby.
Parvati is 1,000 times more dangerous than a Colby at this point in the second half of the game.
100%. And then we had the scramble, and basically Jesse runs around to everyone telling them the plan. Little does he know that Kate wants to reignite the Jesse plan. And good on Kate here, because she is running the show, but good on Kate for finishing the plan that they started back on the last tribe swap. Because if there's one thing that screws people around is when you go to take someone out, there's a plan in place and it doesn't happen, and then someone finds out about it and it blows up. So it was good that they finished the deal.
It's a dangling particle.
It is a dangling particle, yeah.
So, were you confused at this point because Jesse did have the Mega Alliance?
Well, I thought nothing could break the Mega Alliance.
Even though it was broken the minutes after
Instantly.
it was formed. Yes. I don't even think he finished saying the word alliance and it was done.
People were out on it. And then basically the only two people that are out of the loop are Jess, and of course Paulie is still out of the loop.
Yeah.
They both vote Zara, and everyone else splits on those two. And Paulie's just at the bottom of the pile again. Poor Paulie.
Yeah. So, but guess what? The votes go back and forth. Check out my reel at Jonny Fairplay on Instagram, and you will see the reading of the votes live in Sydney at the Grove Bar. It was unbelievable because it was Jesse was not a fan favorite at this event.
No, I can imagine.
So, and fast forward to night 2 in Melbourne, like one of Jesse's best friends is there, and he was like, "Oh, last night sucked, huh?" I'm like, "Nah, it's great."
Oh yeah, that guy. I met that guy as well. Yeah,
he's a very nice guy. So, and I'm sure Jesse's nice. I mean, because as we mentioned, prior, we're gonna get to the PD of it all. Like, we weren't the biggest PD fans, and by the end of night 2, like, who was your favorite person in the room?
Yeah, PD. Yeah, PD was the most genuine, nicest guy. I honestly didn't realize how much of a big fan he was, because he came out there with like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching it like the whole time and everything." We're like, "Oh, none of this was shown. We didn't get a sense of PD," and he was so nice. He chatted to us, and oh man, he was lovely.
And I'm just like, I had no idea he was going, and he's just like, and then after the fact, I'm just like, "What are you?" And he's just like, I get to get voted out with Jonny Fairplay watching. And I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart.
I know, for him to come out on his exit episode, it's a big call, because usually you do that with like family at home and things like that.
Oh yeah.
But he was
or no
really
one.
like, no, this is it. Or no one, or solo. Yeah, just doing it solo. The old crying.
Would you have gone out on your boot episode?
No way. I didn't. It was my birthday, but I was at home with the family, just wallowing in my own self-pity. There's no way I'm going out and about.
Yeah. So no. Oh well. So anyway, the votes are read. The final vote is for Jesse. Crowd goes wild in Sydney. So glad that I picked Sydney for the stars aligned for this tour.
Oh, it's so perfect. So perfect.
So Paulie lives to see another day. And fast forward to night 2 of the tour, episode 14. Holy moly.
Just amazing. This one. It basically all built up to the end, because there were a few things that happened in this episode as a whole. If we just sort of skim over it, one of the big things was Laura. Oh, here we go. Oh, what have you got here, John? Hey, look at that crew.
Look at that crew.
Is
that
awesome.
Amazing?
And look, good on them for all turning out. Like, it was a great turnout of players for Melbourne. It was fantastic.
It was great. Like, so the layout of the Emerald Peacock, very, very big venue. We had all the survivors from this cast, like, all lined up and like arms around each other, holding hands, and then Kent. What? Too soon?
Not soon enough.
Yeah. Kent was nice. Was Kent nice to you?
Yes, Kent's lovely. I've talked to him. He's great. He's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
Kent was very nice to me too. So, but
yeah,
I feel there needs to be time between this cast and Kent, is what it feels like.
yeah. It will heal all wounds, I believe.
Maybe.
It will heal some
Is
wounds.
there? You don't have to name names. Is there someone from your cast that I mean, minus Hurricane Kelly. Is there someone from your
No,
cast that?
no, because we had like half of our team, half of ours was recruits, and half were like applied. So the recruits just sort of disappear from the
Yeah.
ethos. So they don't really they're just like, this is the thing that I did and now I've gone. So the people that you see and you talk to, we all get on pretty well. There's no one there that we're like, don't come to this. No, this person can't be here, sort of thing.
Well,
So
Eileen asked that you not be there.
oh, except for me and Eileen, we hate each other massively. Except for that.
Yes, and I was just like, he's on the poster. Like, what do I do? She's like, can he just wait outside? I'm just like, who's going to call the dice game? That's how we determine shit. It's 2025. Everything's to the roll of a die.
This is Survivor. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry. Me and Eileen, we're aiming for a rival season. Me and Eileen are just
Oh wow, I like
building
that.
up. Yeah, we're just building up our rivalry.
I
See what
feel
happens.
like this may be a fake rivalry.
What? Just to get back on the show? Never.
Oh, all right. Well, why were you guys like playing patty cake and holding hands?
Is that what you call it? Playing patty cake?
Oh wow. So this episode, it's the fallout of Jesse being gone. I don't think it's mentioned once.
Nope.
Yep. And what else happens here?
So Laura does an interesting thing because she sets in motion a flip. Everyone agrees who's going home. Everyone's just like, yep, Paulie's going home, bottom of the pile. Everyone load up on Paulie. Game over. Here we go. And then Laura has an interesting idea to say, like, well, Paulie's not going anywhere. Let's try and flip the script and maybe get rid of Petey. And then to break up it's all about the buddy system.
They all have a buddy with the exception of Paulie.
Paulie got rid of his buddy too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah.
And so then ultimately she tries to get everyone on board. AJ, Miles, everyone else, Kate and Morgan are all on board. And then she comes to a bit of a roadblock when she mentions it to Logan, and Logan puts a line right through it and says, this is not happening. We want to keep these guys in the game. And then poor Laura has to run around and basically just backtrack every conversation she had in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, remember that great idea that everyone's in on? Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Logan said no, so we're kind of going to kill that. And it's like, okay, but isn't Logan your number one? Yeah, no, I've convinced everyone but my number one.
Yeah, exactly. It really felt like that as well. And so then we're in a really weird position where everything has to be flipped backwards. But then Miles has other ideas. Miles takes it upon himself at this point as well. So this is wild.
This is a very big episode for Miles.
Huge episode for Miles. This is Miles taking control of the game and dictating the votes and basically putting his stamp of approval on the game. That's what it is.
Is this now Miles's game? Because I felt like there was a changing of the guard. Like I felt we saw Miles fighting from underneath, which is good for to kind of rally the troops for a player. But I felt like this is okay. Been there, done that. Can I play now? And it's like, holy moly! Like what?
Yeah.
What are we watching here?
Well, the other interesting thing is you go from being a target for like almost going home, and then you do a big move like this, and everyone's looking at you, and now you actually become a shield for people because people go, oh, well, everyone will target Miles eventually, so let's keep him in the game for longer. Hey, look at that.
What are you saying that, maybe just maybe me and King George ran into
that's
Miles
cool.
and AJ?
Hey, look at you. How did you get them?
A fan.
A fan. Man.
I have a couple. So So yeah, so check out we got some viewing party stuff coming up, and you know what? Let me I'll throw a couple on eBay. So spread the
Yeah,
love to the world.
yeah, exactly. Did the guys sign them? Did they sign them?
Yeah. So Miles signed Miles signed the brains buff, and
Oh,
AJ signed the brawn buff.
that's
I
fantastic. That's
have,
so
I have a
cool.
few of
Oh,
each.
great.
So
Oh,
and
mate,
then
you are loaded up. Excellent.
yeah, King George signed some of these.
King George on it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I don't know what season is this?
That
Is that
looks like that.
the merge
Is it
buff
the merge?
from Heroes Villains?
Maybe. Yeah,
I think it's
maybe.
Fire. Is that the name of that? Maybe I don't know.
Ugh, Fire. No, that was his
Who's-
first Brains versus Brawn.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's King George. So yeah,
That looked like a fun night. That would have been cool.
it was a lot of fun. Holy moly, they talk game. The two of them.
I can
It
imagine.
the game's still going.
I can imagine. They're in the zone. They'd be in the zone,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, hanging out with like Karin and sweet Logan, it's just, like we're just experiencing life, and hanging out.
Yeah.
And these two game. Yeah. But that's
Do you know
that's
that's that but you actually nearly met the entire cast.
pretty much. So because I had
Like all the main
Nash,
players, all the merge people, yeah, pretty much,
yeah,
definitely.
everyone but Morgan, Kate, and Kaylin and Zara. So
Oh yeah. That's pretty good, man.
that's
For a
strong.
3-day visit to like tick off so many people. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I guess I'm doing a Australia versus the world tour.
Yes. Oh mate, you hit it here first.
Yeah. You guys, stop tempting me with a good time.
Mate,
Oh, man.
get all the big names out. Yeah, all these the Australia versus World's gonna be wild.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see. Well, this is wild. As I said, this is one of the best weeks. Good luck, Australia v. the World. Like last week was possibly the worst 3 episodes connected in the history of Australian Survivor. This
And
week,
they back
possibly
it
the
up.
best 3.
It's good.
Holy
It was
moly.
really good. This
Yeah.
this this episode did come down, like there was a lot happening, but it came down to the tribal council. That just
Yes.
elevated this episode to like the next level. It was pretty amazing. It was really good. Miles just took it upon himself, and I don't think he didn't even talk through with AJ. This was just something that Miles wanted to do himself,
Yeah.
and
He wanted
he's
that
just
big move.
he
So,
wanted it.
it's
Yeah,
funny, we're gonna get to episode 16, and Miles is just like, I'm pretty good with where my resume is right now. So if you would like a move,
yeah.
take it.
Please take a move. Take a move.
The,
Yeah,
the
it's
floor
pretty
is
funny.
yours. I mean, your move won't be as big as my move,
But
but you
it'll
can
be a
have a
move.
move, and I can lower my visibility just a bit, and then I'll use it
Oh,
against you.
thank you, King Rat. Thank you for giving us these scraps of a move that we're allowed to do ourselves.
So, it seems like it. So yeah. So the big move at Tribal is, I guess, step 1
Mm.
is there's the steal an idol, and
Yep.
and sweet Logan's there, and I'm just like, sweet Logan needs her idol. Do not take
Yep.
sweet Logan. And everyone thinks that that's the move. If you look at the armchair quarterbacks, they're just like,
Yeah,
as good as that was, the move was to steal Logan's, and I'm just like, I don't think so. And
I
I
agree.
I think history showed that that was the correct move.
Yeah. I think you know what happens? Because you have to steal the idol before the votes, like, are even like done, not read, but actually
Yeah.
cast. So then
Yeah.
everyone knows as soon as you do that, everyone goes, well, hang on, what's happening now?
Yeah.
Why is Logan like, what is this power? Why does Logan not have it? I think Logan goes into self-control, like basically saying talk to everyone, and then suddenly you've got a live tribal and you no longer have control of the game.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
whereas
I think that
Kristen's like, oh well, you
no
took
one
my
cares. Yeah, she's like, oh, wah. Like, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I mean, like, yeah. So like that's a move that's just allowed to take place. Yeah, you do that to Logan, shit's on.
Yeah, shit's
You
on.
have
Exactly. Yeah.
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 So yeah, no, I thought game recognized game. That was a baller move, and everyone's just like, that was safe. I'm just like, no, like the dominoes from if you take Logan's is completely different than what happens on the Kristen.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
and but Miles is not done yet. He was just like, hey, I got one of these immunity gimmicks, and everyone loves Paulie. Oh wait, no one loves Paulie because the reaction that Jesse gave him. Apparently, everyone else. How is this possible? How is this guy that we're watching that we love not loved by everyone on this island?
Yes. It's wild actually, and I really can't put my finger on exactly what he did wrong to just make everyone all it comes back to, they lay into him for turning on Noonan, but anyone would have turned on in that same position. It's really hard not to. Poor Paulie.
When does his head get hit by the idol on the way to tribal? Is it this one or
yeah, maybe it's this one.
I think it's this one, right? Or
yeah,
no?
I think
Or
it's
was it
this one.
yeah. Oh no, it's the last one.
No, it's the last one. Yeah, I was just looking at my notes. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they had to wait a day because he had to get checked for a concussion.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
What?
Actually crazy. A whole day you're getting ready to go to tribal, and then it's like, nah. Well, he's an ambo driver, so he'd know. He'd probably be like, "Yep, we need to check this out."
Yeah.
Laura with her idol, with her torch smashing into people.
Yes. So well, I guess what happened was production's just like keep going straight, keep going straight, and there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then people just start falling over.
Yeah, it was basically like lemmings.
Lemmings, yes. Thank you so much.
And they're just like, I don't think you understand. There's a cliff, and they're like, oh no. They're like, mass is killing us. Screw it, just go.
Yes, you would just jump off the edge.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm actually filming a show next month. Excuse me, got me all choked up. And I was talking to one of the casting people, and they were just like, they're like, just catching up on Wednesday night's episode of Survivor. I was just like, oh, well, if you like that, you'll love. And they're like, we're aware. It is, everyone's talking about it. And what kind of time commitment is it? I'm just like, oh, just 90-minute episodes 3 nights a week. And they're like, oh yeah, never.
Yeah.
And they're like, but have you seen Married at First Sight? I was like, I've heard about it. They're like, yeah, that's the show. And I'm like, no, that's the enemy.
That's the enemy. We hate Married at First Sight. Boo,
Yeah.
boo Aaron's.
Do you watch Married at First Sight?
No, I do not.
Really?
No, I didn't. You sound surprised there, John.
Well, I mean, I just figure you as an aficionado of everything.
Everything. Know thy enemy, maybe. Maybe you've got to figure out how they tick to take them out.
Yeah. So
Rachel watches it.
Are you caught up on Dondi?
Yeah, I've caught up on Dondi.
Okay. So did you see the Golden God and Dr. Wills?
Dr. Will. Yeah, that was great.
Big Brother is better than Survivor.
That was great. That was so good. I love that. All of that. Good television.
I feel like the placement of people for people was peculiar.
And say that again. The placement of people for people.
Yeah, like it's just like this person gets to tell you which case. This person can help you. Or
yeah.
And it's different for each person.
Conspiracy theories there, John.
I don't know about conspiracy. I just thought it was peculiar.
Yeah, peculiar. Yeah. I agree.
Did you find it a little peculiar?
I found it a little peculiar.
Yeah. So, but I did love CK just like anything that could go wrong. It's like get on your hands and knees, kiss my feet, and I'm still not going to help you.
It's very Paulie of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything going wrong.
Yes. So Miles decides he does have this extra immunity idol, and Paulie would be so appreciative if it were to be used on him, and it is. And we now have a new alliance, the rat and the snake.
Yeah. The rat and the snake, dating all the way back to episode 1, Borneo. We've got rats and snakes
Yeah.
referenced there, and now we all the way here in Australian Survivor with our rats and snakes. But this time our rats and snakes are buddies. They're going to be best friends. The snake oil salesman and the rat king.
Yeah. And Petey is a casualty of war here, and he's there, and everyone gave Petey such a happy exodus from the game. I mean, Petey from Sydney happened to be in work in Melbourne for work. Comes to the party, and just a sweetheart. I mean, we were not the kindest to Petey going into the episode on this podcast, but it's not that we take it all back, but we can we can acknowledge the fact that as a human being, he's an incredible person. And Eden, you're probably the nicest survivor I've ever met in Australia, because Matt Bischoff holds that title in America, and we'll fight you for it. And
Good. In
but
the ring, let's get in the ring, Matty.
Petey's challenging you for nicest survivor.
Hey, dude, PG wins in my book. He was so lovely when we met him. He's such a down to earth, nice guy, and just lovely. Just radiated like wanting to chat with everyone, and he was so good. He was so nice. Bring on more PD. We need. I'm so upset that like a lot of this didn't come through in his edit.
Yeah. So, but you have a lot of that similar magic, Eden. It's true.
You're doing an AJ. Hang on, am I Kate to your AJ? Are you telling how I have such nice eyes?
No.
You've got magic. Don't worry, it's in the vault. It's in the vault.
I would like to talk to you about a little snake oil from America. Much better than your Australian snake oil.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Yes. Are you familiar with the Arizona rattlesnake?
At this point, I get my wallet out and I'm like, take my money, take my money.
You just hand me your wallet and I'll give you back what I feel you need. I feel like that's the fairest way to do this.
Yeah.
All right. So that was episode 14. Moving on to episode 15. And this was a tough one for me because as you saw it happen in real time, I of course am now officially a VB.
You were.
Yes.
That's great. Look, what a photo.
Yeah. So me,
I love it.
Sweet Lauren, or sweet Logan, Laura, and then behind us is that the Australian memes guy?
Oh, it might be. No. Who is that?
Yeah. So no, I don't think so. I don't know. No. All right. Well,
great team. Great. Yeah. Get the VB on. It was awesome.
Yeah. So this episode, so it fast forwarding a little bit, the challenge is last gasp.
Oh yeah, classic.
I don't know if this is my favorite or least favorite. I think it is an incredible challenge. I know that I would be horrible at it. I hate it, and I find myself getting a little claustrophobic watching it.
Yeah.
But I think that's
can I just say, what would be your tactic? Are you a snorkel guy or are you a hold your breath guy?
I'm quitting right out of the gate. There's no that would be my technique, but I know that there's no way. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Karen, the fact that she was just doing the holding breath, I think is wild. That you don't know when you can take your next breath, and she was just going, okay, I'm going to take it. I'm just going to stay here and just slowly blow it out my nose that was incredible. It was a really huge effort.
Karen, in spite of and I loved everyone in night 2 in Melbourne, and as I said, one of my favorite favorite viewing parties ever. Both were nuts, but it was just so. I mean, just all the interaction, all the people, and all that. I think the MVP of the night for me, as much as I love Sweet Logan, and it's no secret, Karin. Really, like I'm just like, do I love Karin? And Karin, who officially hates me. I was like, do you listen to the podcast? No. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she was like, why do you hate women? I'm like, wow, wait a second. I feel this is based on listening to something. And I'm like, okay, I don't hate women. I got my 2 girls, who I love more than anything.
Yeah,
I got my smoke show fiance. Like and then my mom is, my entire life is women.
Yeah. Exactly. You love women.
I do love women. And Karin, I think Karin coming out of this week of just boom, 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 boom. Great spot. I mean, if I could readjust my winner pick, because I mean, I don't feel Noonan's going to come back.
No.
So I think Karin. I think there's good money on Karin.
I think she's in a really good position. The fact that no one's brought her name up, she hasn't got a vote against her the whole time. Like she's got Zara as this sort of Ice Queen shield in front of her. She's in a really good spot.
Yeah. So wow. So, but in real life, Karin is a lot more fun than you would guess.
She's really fun. Yeah, she's wild. She's really fun.
Yeah. And starting next episode, she's just Kaz. She's no longer Karin.
Yeah, now it's Kaz. Now it's just Kaz. Yeah.
I guess they're just tired of mispronouncing it.
And she's like, just forget it. Just call me Kaz. Like, it's
yeah.
fine.
I'm over it. I cannot take you guys mispronouncing my name one more day. So she does not suffer for fools.
No, and that's why she's not going to suffer AJ for much longer. I don't think. She's definitely on the outs with AJ.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So we had the last Gaps challenge, and as a result of Big Move Miles feels the need to commentate everything.
It's the Miles show now. We're in the Miles show.
I'm not here for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Being an underdog, you've got to be an underdog. Once it flips and it starts moving in a different direction, and you start to be like the king of the rats, I don't know. You lose some of that. I don't know, mystique that you had before.
I feel his material is immensely better in confessionals than it is in real time.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
I feel in confessionals, he's like, he's kind of worked out in his head and it's polished material, and he's got some good stuff. But I feel like testing it, just going to the Comedy Store and just like, hey, we're gonna try out some new material. I feel like it's lots of swings and misses.
Hey, well, the thing is, I don't think he's one of the ones as well that he will just tell you like it is. He does it a few times where he'll just say the actual information or the actual plan and just be like, no, let's do this. He's just very impulsive.
Yeah. So, but like I like polished Miles, and I liked underdog, and I don't have a problem with Miles not being the underdog. I just it just. A lot of this, like the last gas stuff, the joke, like the meme was great. It's just like, hey Kristen, where's your idol? Where? Miles away.
Yeah, that was for the meme guy. That's brilliant. You want to be saying that in confessional, for sure.
Yeah, but what do you call us, Bob? And it's like, oh, please stop.
No, it's a dad joke 101.
Yeah, I mean, we got the dad jokes.
We get the dad jokes, mate. We get it. We appreciate it. But come on.
Yeah. So I know. So this episode gets weird. So it's we have the buddy system. We have to screw up some buddies. Logan is here for revenge for Max, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
There's allegedly a guy named Max on this show.
Max, yeah.
And I guess he had a hat. I don't even know. Kent said there was
Not
no hat.
anymore. Not anymore.
So, sweet Kent. No. Oh, Logan will kill me for saying that.
Ooh, don't say that.
Yeah. So,
and no one's talking about Kalen winning 2 immunities in a row either. His name's not even coming up at all. That's another wild
he
thing.
doesn't even get a confessional until episode 16.
All right.
So,
oh man.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so it's time for tribal, and I'm a little worried, and so is Karin, because Karin is playing both sides against the middle, and I like that. And I'm just like, once again, walking out of last week, I'm just like, Miles and Karin have to be your front runners. And this episode, not a good AJ episode. He got the goofy music. He is literally Gilligan to Miles's Skipper.
Yeah, I know.
And the hat is doing him no favors.
Yeah, the hat. Yeah, the hat is playing into that massively. But it is interesting because I do think AJ has realized that he has to step back a little bit, but it's definitely become the Miles show, and the Miles is getting front and center. But I just feel that there's more happening. There's more happening. I feel like Miles and AJ are actually a really good team.
Yeah.
Because they both talk through everything together, no doubt. They both go through all the strat together. So I think there's a lot happening. Although it did seem like the last vote, particularly with Miles using his advantage, just was Miles doing his own thing.
Yeah. That was Miles, but talking to the two of them, Miles will admit that AJ is strategically doing a lot more of the heavy lifting than Miles is, and the edit is not showing that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
interesting. It's frustrating. I mean, if you go back and watch Brains v. Brawn 1, you have George just doing some of the most amazing stuff you've ever seen, but it's Haley's story.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, that's great. Yeah, but it's Haley.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, but I felt like George did a lot. And it's like, nope, it's Haley. And it's like, really? Like, I left thinking it was George.
Yeah. That's what I got out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it's a fine line. So yeah, so going into this tribal, there's Squid Game music for some reason. This was the weirdest episode, I think, in the history of the show. Just cinematically scoring and everything collectively. I'm just like, I think this is the episode you potentially present for an Emmy or whatever you guys' version of the Emmy is. So this or the last one. I feel like this one just it was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it really was. And the whole time you're just not sure. Like Logan and Laura really didn't have a sense that the tide had turned until Tribal Council. Until they were like, hang on, what's happening here? And then because Karen's obviously given her the heads up. And then everyone, that's when panic starts to set in. You can see Laura just trying to check of like, who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? Hang on, who did you vote for? Because I think Laura and Miles.
When people don't answer, ooh.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, mate. That is a good sign. But even Miles, I think she thought that Laura had felt that she had built a relationship with Miles. She'd built a relationship with like Kate. And so if there was going to be a split vote, she thinks like, well, it's definitely not going to be on me. So even then, right up until the point that her name was called, I don't think she thought she was the split vote, because those guys, Miles and stuff, just wanted Logan to go home with an idol in her pocket. That was their plan. That's what they wanted to achieve. Yeah. They did not.
Yeah. So what's better for Miles at this point? Is it better to have Laura on the jury to kind of, control the narrative? Or is it better to have Laura as someone that you could keep working with down the road, because I feel like we didn't get a lot of it, but I felt the interactions that we did have with Laura and Miles was pretty strong.
Mm,
Whereas I don't feel like Logan is Karen's.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think in that situation, Karen's done a lot of work to get Logan on board, and Miles has no say in that relationship at all. Like
Yeah,
he's not being brought into any of those conversations. At least with Laura. But again, I don't think it was Miles' plan to get rid of Laura and keep Logan. Like
yeah,
he wanted to try and trick her into going home. And I think from what I understand, she was definitely not going to play her idol until Karen had said to her, "Hey, I think you should
yeah.
play it." That was the first indication that something was up, and she definitely wasn't going to go in there and play it, so she would have gone home.
Wow. Well, I would not have liked that.
No, it's not your sweet, sweet Logan.
Yeah. All right. So, well, there we did it. Laura goes, first member of our jury, our second VB casualty. It's a good thing I'm there to take up
Yes.
the slack, and I'm glad we only went 30 minutes, as we're 55 minutes in.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of
Makes
work to
sense.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. We
So
did.
3 episodes in 55 minutes actually is pretty good.
It's probably a record for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and show and tell.
Yeah.
So, all right. With that, everyone follow Eden at Eden Porter 1. If you're talking Australian Survivor, sure, you can use the hashtag Survivor AU, but we like to encourage you to do the hashtag Eden Porter 1 whenever talking Australian Survivor. So, I'm
Get it,
at
Trent.
Jonny Fairplay on everything except TikTok. That's at Fairplay Talk. And I have a new website. I don't know if you checked it out, Eden, realityaftershow.com. Just relaunched. It is beautiful. It's got links to
Hey.
everything. Incredible. And it'll have my eBay listings, in which if you want one of these sweet buffs, I got them. They're not up yet, but they will go up either later today or tomorrow. Who's to say? I got lots to. I'm doing Lego later today, Eden.
What? What do you mean you're doing
Yeah,
Lego? You've got a set. You got a set, do you?
yeah. Me and the little one. We picked up a friend's Lego yesterday. She
I've
wanted
seen that.
Wicked, and I didn't win
Oh.
Survivor, so we did not get Wicked. So she's like, I like that one. I'm like, I bet you do. It's $99. I was like, what about this one? It's 16. Yeah.
Friends. Oh,
Yeah.
look, mate, I'm on the website now. This is looking great.
Is that great?
It's good. Looks good.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'd like to thank my good friends over at Oliver Street Design. Sounds right. And yeah, so they did an incredible job.
Yeah, it's good.
Thanks. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys in about 5 minutes, or I don't know when you're watching or listening to this. But don't forget, click the subscribe button, share button, all the fun things. Leave a comment. It definitely makes a difference in the algorithm, and that's what we're all about. That sweet algorithm. So, with that, thank you, Eden.
Thank you, John. See you soon.
Bye, everybody.